everyone. Hi, welcome back. So your girl's jumping straight into episode 7 of Dantaran. She just watched episode 5 and 6. And it's called To a Kinder World. So we were introduced to a new pink-haired girl. She seems to be quite the comic relief. She does seem to be like a kind of biatchy character that's definitely very involved, very like all about herself. She thinks she's so pretty. She thinks, all these worthless boys end up liking me and it saves their day. I don't freaking know. She's just wild as hell. But she is nonetheless pretty funny because of just how ridiculous she is. And so we are currently fighting, or more or less defeated, but we're currently fighting a spirit that came along and tried to jukes her, pink-haired girl. Aira, was it? And I guess we'll retrieve the gold ball at the same time. But like, what happens then with the powers and everything? So I guess we'll see. Let's jump into it. Is this the woman's story? Ooh, that looks really cool. Wait, why does it look so good? I love how quick and agile he is in that form. He stays having to run with these girls. Aisha. Damn. I was all like her hair, right? Just tie that shit up. Yeah, dip. But the thing is, like, you would need to defeat it because just dipping is not going to get rid of it, you know? See what a full string kick gives you. Oh, she kicked it out the way. Headbutt. That works. That works. Well, you're not fully recovered either. Bro, I'm sorry. You know what she makes me think of? She makes me think of a freaking... She low-key makes me think of if Sukuna was in this situation instead of like what it is. Like... Yo, this scene especially just made me think of that. Like, if Sukuna was ended up being... I don't want to talk too much about the other show, but you know what I mean. You get what I'm saying? She makes me think of that. Don't tell me I got lost again. Is this the whole journey? Is finding that flipping... Is she alive? Okay, I'll be very honest with you. I suspected that, but at the same time, I didn't. Okay, last week, that was what? I'm so used to saying like last week for the previous episode. It was literally like less than half an hour ago. It's just before this one, okay? Yo, I saw her lying there and her lips, and it made me think of like, oh, like she looks dead. You know, it made me think like she looks dead. But I didn't think she was actually dead. I was like, I guess, you know, she went through the body. She was gonna look like that when she comes out, a little worn. Cause I don't know, she's like out, and I don't know. I figured maybe her being swallowed up is what did that. But I looked at her and I was like, I saw her lips. I was like, she looks dead. But I didn't think she was actually dead. That's crazy. Can she come back? She's dead? That's insane. But she kind of had... We gotta untie her, bro. Oh, she doing that. That's not how that works. Are you gonna learn today? I think she'll be revived. I think? They're showing all this effort, maybe? No, can we untie her, maybe? Somehow. Oh. Is she actually like being like a mom right now? Weirdly enough. I guess the spirit kind of came back to like certain senses of her humanity. This show's animation is clean. I can't even lie. So if she can even do that, is it because there's like, if there was a little bit of her aura even still there, doesn't that mean that she wasn't actually dead? Right? Or she was just not fully, like she was really close to... Oh, it's funny because I was looking at that and I was thinking, oh, she was looking at her younger self, like that innocence, and how that little dress made her think of like wanting that back. But at the same time, she's all going on about being a mom. So I'm like, oh, maybe she really saw it as her kids. She has a daughter? She actually has a daughter? Stop it. I was like, oh, does this have to do with her wanting to be a mom? Wait, she actually has a kid? Oh. Is she alive? Oh, so she works a bunch of odd jobs, including, you know. Yeah. Oh, she was so cute. Wait, so she actually has a daughter. Is her daughter alive? I guess one day she got a messed up customer that ended up... It was that. She wanted to buy for her daughter. This episode alone gives me such a good idea of the love that this show is getting. Like, the animation was already telling me that to an extent. But it was telling me it... You know what? It makes me think a little bit about the feeling I got on occasion with Chainsaw Man. Of how, like, some of the scenes were just so beautiful. And, like, things just looked really... That it made me feel like, like, it's getting... The project is getting love. That kind of thing. There's working on something because it would be, like, a great story to tell, and it would be popular, and it would be hype, blah, 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 all that. But then there's how you execute scenes like these. Okay. And then there's how you execute like non-action scenes, if you get what I mean. That like say a lot. There's two guys. Oh, c'est triste. C'est triste. Oh my god, they're taking her. They took her, bro. Is it because she has a debt or something? Because at first I thought maybe she was just getting jumped by like people she was servicing, right? Which, why? But I guess she like owes people. And I was wondering what happened to the daughter. I wasn't sure this is how it was gonna end. I thought maybe like she would have died on the job and then the daughter would have been in the foster system. But she was taken by guys like that. GG, bro. C'est triste. So she didn't even die there, did she? Or did she? Oh, that's heartbreaking. I'm sorry, but this is really heartbreaking. Oh, this is really heartbreaking. Like, it rips me to pieces to think if something like this ever happened to me. Could you please tell me she got her revenge somehow? I don't know, but we need to find the daughter. I'm sorry. If she's, like, I hope she's still... Okay, but do you see what I'm talking about? I have to commend this damn show for that. Like, whenever they can execute certain aspects that are not just, you know, like, scenes like these, like this whole episode or half is just... cinema. It's just, oh, I wonder if they'll keep telling us stories like this. That's lovely. Oh, wait. This reminds me of a movie. I've seen clips of that movie before. Ooh, and then that like stung with her about like what it is she was missing. So was this when she was alive? Like she actually ran into her when she was alive? Or like, okay, no. I guess she's like a ghost here. Mm-hmm. Ah, no. I see. Okay. Oh my gosh, so what happens? Well, you can't. Did she see all that? No way. Well, you kind of you let a tub thing fall on her head. What? Can we do something about that? I don't know. Everything will forget about her? Oh. Then maybe she'll lie and be like, I'm your daughter. If you lie and say, if you call her mom, for real, then she'll feel like, oh, you protected me. Yeah, you did in the end. We can lie? Are we lying? Are we gonna lie? Are we gonna lie? Yo, are we ever gonna actually find her is my question, because that's crazy. We're gonna forgive her on the daughter's behalf type thing? Like, we're gonna do that, right? I could see myself doing that, personally. Which is, it's so bittersweet. It's so bittersweet, but like... You're gonna hope that that did it. Like, right? You would hope, but who knows? Well, you see what they did for her here. They gave her a bit of... Bro, they gave her more depth there as a character. She's not as biatchy as she is. Like, she is, right? Because the way she thinks still is the way she thinks. The way she acts is how she acts, right? But she's obviously not rotten to the core. Like, she still has that... She still has heart. Is what they showed us here. I want to see the preview, actually. There you go. Only one of them? She didn't say that there was two. She didn't say there was two. But that's adorable. Okay, so well, I have positive, yeah, like this episode was absolutely beautiful. It's heartbreaking. And I wonder if it's gonna be, because when you think about it, yes, we may be used to getting closure with things, especially as viewers, but honestly, life ain't like that all the time. You're not just out here getting closure for everything. So this story, we could just move on never knowing what happens to the daughter, and that's it. That's the reality of it. In truth, the chances of these girls ever coming, they have no idea who this woman is. Like, the chances of us ever really hashing out who this girl is very unlikely. And the reality of it would be that we would just continue watching the show and we just never know. Never know what happens to this daughter. Probably a terrible thing, honestly, very, very bad. And that's it, you know? There's also that off chance that maybe they do open that door to us because they want to kind of like bring it back to a character, a spirit of sorts that we met as of these last 2 episodes, right? Maybe they want to like rekindle that later on in the series. Who knows? But right now, if it doesn't happen, it's highly reasonable as well, which is so heartbreaking. It's heartbreaking. That was really gut-wrenching to see, honestly. I am not a mother, but I can imagine as a mother. That's it. Like, it's not hard to imagine what everything we saw was like. The way you would work to support your child and the things you would put yourself through for your child's sake. But for something like that to happen, gut-wrenching. That you could not save your very vulnerable child from bad. And you're like that kid's mom. Like, if anyone does it, it's you type shit. And you weren't able to achieve that. It really breaks my heart, absolutely. Yeah, that was very difficult to see. But this episode was so beautifully done, and already pairing it with how lovely the animation is. And yeah, I'm glad, because like I was waiting to generally have that. Like, the first episode was definitely very jarring, and then 2, 3, I was kind of like, okay, but like where's the direction? Like, where's my head supposed to be at? Like, what am I watching, right? And now, although there's still a lot that we have no idea what's happening about regarding this series, like, I still don't know what's gonna happen. It's not your typical show where it's about like becoming the strongest something. It's not that direct, so it leaves you kind of like, well, we're just here for a ride, I guess. But getting to know the characters a little more, what their dynamics are going to be, as well as the journey in a way when it comes to like, it still has that crazy concept, obviously, that has to do with his like private area so much, but when you know that it kind of revolves around that, I guess, and the power he gets and the relationship between him and Momo, I feel like it gives you enough to work with now. I feel like now, as I sit here, I have enough to work with where I feel like I'm going on this journey with them and I can expect similar cases, wacky journey like this, but it's also about them and his ability and how that goes on throughout the story. Like, I'm trying my best to explain what I'm saying, but I do feel like now, as I sit here, I have a better grasp to work with when I sit here and what I'm getting into type thing. Like, I try to articulate that the best way I can, but like I've always said, it's always a feeling for me. It's really a lot of the times a feeling. So I have to say we're ending on good feelings with Dantaran. I'm pretty interested, and that was pretty fun, right, Nyla? Okay. All right, guys, thanks so much for watching. Leave your thoughts down below, no spoilers, and I'll see you guys in the next video. So thank you and bye.